So today is Friday, and you know what I like to do on Fridays? I like to look at some baseball cards. I want to show you several things today, and we're not just going to look at baseball cards, we're going to look at some hockey cards too. First, I wanted to show you, if you're not aware of these, if you have a man cave or you have like your collectibles down at your bar area or anything like that, in 1993, that was like the height of the baseball card boom. McDonald's produced a series of glasses. There were 9 of them with baseball cards on them. And if you have a collection, especially a bar area, and man, you need these glasses. So this is what they look like. Some of the younger collectors might not know these were ever issued. But you got the Cal Ripken, you got the 70 Johnny Bench. They put the stats. It's like a glass baseball card. Signature on there. You got the 61 Clemente. The 57 Willie Mays. Just showed that card. Lou Gehrig. Joe Morgan. Nolan Ryan. A Babe Ruth special. And the 61 Brooks Robinson. These glasses are great. So, I've had this dream about, doing a card museum for a long time. I have some neat ideas, and I was talking with the president of the Charleston River Dogs, and he was interested in either housing the museum there, or trying to come up with a way, or maybe doing a temporary display of all the baseball cards and everything. So he wanted to come over and tour my card room, and he came over with another executive. And I got a kick out of this because I have all these great old cards, rare cards, all the great players. And the one thing that he was just fascinated with, that he just loved and kept referring to and loved seeing, was this sports card locker, because he had one as a kid. And that's what museums are all about, right? Kind of reconnecting. So these are the old sports card lockers. I think this came in blue too. This one was the first one. I know these came out a little bit later on, but I just got a kick out of it that's what he was fascinated with. So I'm a little behind on my museum idea because Topps, not Topps, the Baseball Hall of Fame started one, and they actually stole one of my good ideas. Now they didn't actually steal it because they didn't know about it, but I had the idea to do it, and they put a bicycle up with a card in the bike spokes, and you can spin it. But I planned on doing that in my museum. But anyway, I want to show you some other cool things now. Let's look at a rare set, and that is I'm not going to look at the whole set, but I just want to show you a couple cards. The 1951 Connie Mack All-Stars. These are pretty rare, and they did the all-time greats. I think they followed it up the next year with some, players from the era. I know they had a Ralph Kiner, they had a Yogi Berra. They're very, very rare, very pricey. But, so this one's cut out, and when they're cut out, they'll give it an A, an authentic grade. I have several of them that are cut out. They actually look pretty cool cut out, but this is what they look like before they're popped up, and they're just beautiful cards. This was always on my want list, so a few years ago I yanked it up, grabbed one. They also had these team cards, and these are very hard to find. They had 2 that are more rare. I think it's the Red Sox and maybe the Senators. But, these are really hard to find in good condition because they're real long. And when kids had these, I mean, there was they didn't have protection back then. And if you play with these big cards, they're easy to get, damaged or whatever. And how about this? 1981 Winter League, Dave Parker. This is great. These are real thin Venezuelan cards. Then I wanted to show you this. This is Paul Coffey. He was one of my favorite hockey players, him and Mario Lemieux, and I just loved him. So I did business with People's Natural Gas, and they had seats at the arena right against the glass, and they invited me to go one time. And being a fan of his, it was like the stars aligned or something. And Paul Coffey, he got into a fight right in front of me. I'm right behind the glass, and he's facing me, and he's throwing punches, and it's like in 3D coming right at me, and I'm dodging. I mean, it was awesome. I showed you Wayne Gretzky one of these. This is the action-packed test issue, so here's my Lemieux. I have this Sidney Crosby. I'm not really familiar with this too much. It's a clear version of this card or an insert or something. It's just a really cool card, and I had picked this up a while back. And I was also a Matt Sundin fan. I have this card, which is very unique because it has the wrong back and it's upside down. So, pretty cool card. And I was a huge Joe Sakic fan, so I had to get an autographed card of his. I mentioned in some other videos about Sports Illustrated for kids. And man, if you have kids, this is such a great thing to get them, really. If they're into sports, if they're into cards, this is the latest version that came out. It's so educational. There's a lot of trivia, and it's written at a pretty high level. I mean, I read these articles. I'm surprised the level of writing in here for kids. But it's a great way to get them reading and learning about different sports and collecting cards. And you know, it's a few bucks a month for that thing. And they have some great cards in here. I love the Sports Illustrated for Kids cards. I mean, look how great they look. Juan Soto, Kawhi Leonard. This particular one has a lot of stars in it. Christian McCaffrey. Got hockey. Got college players. Tennis players. There's no golf in here, but they include golf, soccer, WNBA. So, you know, it's if you have kids and they're into that, what a great subscription to have. And then they also put these posters, and they have a great one in this month's Lamar Jackson, and they do double-sided. So you got one of the WNBA greats. I'm just a big fan. I subscribe to it, cut out the cards, get excited to see who's in the in the current issue. So that's it for now. Hey, thanks for watching.